Alright, so I decided I would take these out and do a quick review of them. Um, I'm currently trying to collect magic power stuff. I've kind of took a break from gemmies. I've been working on my magic power things a lot. I just replaced the board from my spare magic power heads off Harry bust over there. You can kind of see his head up. Bust heads off Harry, not the animated busts, which those are also under repair. Uh, and I put it in this one. It's got a few problems. I think the arm is broken. I don't know. It goes up and down, but it's got like low power or something. It's got the correct adapter. It might be because the motor's too strong. I don't know. It's something to have to take a look at on a rainy day. Um, so I took these out because I had them in the storage. Um, they actually fell over. They were underneath a tent, secured to a pallet, zip tied, like the bases were zip tied, and they fell over during a storm, which knocked the whole tent over. And the only thing that broke in that whole tent, none of these were in there, but all my other props were in there, and the only one that broke was these two, and the head off the single version that doesn't have a second one attached to it. But the bodies snapped right in the middle, the weakest point, right in the center of both of them. And unfortunately, like when that happens, you really have to hack it to get it to go back together. You can't replace it because it's just how it was built. It's just weak in the middle. It's that one weak point where the spine connects to the base, and it just gets weak right there when if something happens or too much pressure is applied to it. But it snapped there on both of them. He was worse because he's got the guitar, and it's like a whole. The thing basically shattered. He wasn't as bad. His pole just came out. It didn't break or anything. I just put 2 screws in there, and it was good as new. I mean, it's kind of loose right now, but it's solid. Him, on the other hand, you can't even touch him, or else he'll just fall over. Actually, his base got bent too, and I have to put the feet sideways because if I don't, all of his weight is on that foot, and if I don't, he'll if I let it go, he'll just fall. So I have to put his toes back so he stays right. So it kind of looks goofy, but its functionality is more important than cosmetics in the long run. Plus, nobody's gonna notice that if I do put him out again, which I probably won't. But during that storm as well, his jaw mechanism totally shattered. I had to rebuild it, and the only way I could do that was by inversing it, which I actually have spare mechanisms now. I could put it back the way it was so that it opens correctly. Actually, I probably will do that tonight. But actually, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right about meow. But so his jaw closes when it's supposed to open, so it kind of looks goofy, but it still moves. I've never had a board issue with these guys. Some wiring did get cut in the center of him, and that was fixed up by. Actually, I didn't even do it. I had so much going on at the time. I just brought it to the man, the myth, the legend, Roger Gosselin. But he fixed these guys up. The original ones we got were faulty out of the box. I think they didn't play together correctly, so Grandin Road sent us new ones. And I've also got Bone Jet and Elwood Bones and those animated busts over there from the same year. I'm trying to find the dueling banjo skeletons, which I think I might sell a few things around here to get those, because I found some good ones that work fully on eBay for $200, so not too expensive. But I want to get those next, and then I want to try to find a sharp dressed skeleton. But I've only ever seen 2 videos of that thing, which is one of them is, well, actually 3. One of them is the Battle of the Bones that Grandin Road did, which I want to collect all the things from that, including those valedictorian busts. But he was in the sharp dressed skeleton was in that, and I want to get him. But I've only seen one video on YouTube of him that's not a Grandin Road demo, and 3 in total: the Battle of the Bones, Grandin Road's demo, and the one that some guy owned. But I've never seen any of them for sale. I've never seen any of them on Facebook. No pictures, videos, nothing. It's like it was almost unreleased, but obviously it was definitely sold, but it's probably just so rare, and it was only sold for like a year exclusively at Grandin Road. It was probably like a few thousand were ever sold, and if those ones are sold, they're probably, most of them are long gone, destroyed, thrown away, or in some grandmother's attic, or some aunt's attic, or something, somebody's house, whatever. But that one and the banjo skeletons, and I'll be happy. But I got these for Christmas a couple years ago. They both work fully, functionality wise. The cosmetics are, all right, as I said. But they're cool. I love them. I'm a huge fan of Queen, so having these guys was just an awesome addition. I know they sell quite often. I've seen them for sale a few times, but it's still a cool thing. So I'll plug it in and show you how they work. Right about meow. So here we go. He's got the sensor in him. He doesn't. They go on sound, and they're pretty sensitive. I'm surprised they're not going off right now. He's got the sensor right, that little hole right in the guitar. So if I just, usually, there it goes.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. There's plenty of ways that you can hurt a man and bring him to the ground. You can beat him, you can cheat him, you can treat him bad and leave him when he's gone. But I'm used to waiting for you. I'm standing away off the sea. Now let's go away, I'm going to sweat. Repeating to the side of the beat, yeah. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
So that's them. As you can see, his head turns, and he's got a free moving jaw. It's not. Oops, see, he started falling. See, you really can't touch him once he's up. You gotta really push his foot down. So, as you see, he's got a free moving jaw. Well, mostly free moving. I guess not. I thought it did. His head's kind of loose as well. It's normal. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it got absolutely destroyed. I'm surprised they're even still standing, and it's like they didn't get cooked or anything. Or, sorry, they didn't get water damage. I have Bone Jet as well, and she was also under the tent when it was like a nor'easter rainstorm that came out, which is like the strongest rainstorm we have here in New England, and she got water damage all inside of her base. Her switch and her whole board is covered in just corrosion, and she fully works, like flawless. I'm surprised. She's probably gonna die unless I clean her board off, so I might do that too. Because like I said, those things are also extremely rare. You don't get to see those quite often. I've seen a few go for sale, but not as many as they did when they were back in the day. I remember I got her as well. The same year I got these for Christmas, my mom absolutely adored these things, and she wanted to get the banjo skeletons as well, but they were too expensive for all three. And so when she bought these, she said, all right, because I loved Bone Jet, and she only wanted to get one, either these or the Bone Jet, and so she got these. And my stepdad said, well, if you get these, you have to get Bone Jet, for me. So she did. She ended up getting it, and I adored that thing. I still do. It's so awesome. It's just so cool. But I love these things too. They're so cool. I'm glad I own them. I'm surprised they still work because of just, the torture they went through with that storm. And I know that interactive characters just die fast. Like, they just have so many problems. Those stupid busts, prime example. Like, I hate those things right now. I loved them. I wanted them so bad, and I got them, and it was just like, the male doesn't have sound, the female works, but they don't talk to each other. Like, they're not sending signal. I don't know what it is. It's probably the port or the cord or something. It's some bullshit I have to look at. But it's something that's going to take me a while, but eventually I'll get it. But yeah, so, cool review of these guys. If you want me to do a review of my other characters, I will. The busts, the Heads Off Harry, Bone Jet, and everything. I also have Elwood Bones, the harmonica guy, so I love Magic Powers. I love their designs. I love Magic Powers designs. But, I mean, their stuff is just a pain in the ass to work on. Here's a good example of it. Like, this is so disgusting. This is the bust that I put the new board in. Like, look at all that shit wiring. Like, it's just so ridiculous that they don't make these any easier to wire. Like, I mean, all this stuff is just so ridiculous. These wires are from the original stuff in the base. I'm going to use them. I'm going to hook the stuff in the base to the new stuff that I've got here. But, I mean, he works. He's kind of cool. He's still not fully working. Well, he's fully working, but he's not as good as he could, so I have to take a look at it. But, yeah, cool review. Let me know how you think. Bye.